welcome. This is Rooflemonger. My friends, as you just saw right there, yeah, infinites are in DnF Duel. And not just for the Crusader, actually. We also have one for the Grappler. It's one that looks kind of similar to the one you might remember from the beta, although a good deal more difficult. The Crusader one, pretty easy, Grappler, pretty difficult, and, well, hey, let's talk about it. So, the Grappler Infinite is predicated on the fact of his crouching skills, crouching heavy here. It basically hits all sides. Like, it hits forward, up, around, all the way to the back. Its hitbox is exactly what it looks like, right? And that causes these setups. Now, how do we get to the setup? It's actually quite easy, and it's very free form. If you want to use conversions, you can use conversions. Or if you have correct spacing, you can use correct spacing. It doesn't really matter. There's a million ways to get to it. For conversions, you actually do not have to do too much. Just hit the enemy with crouching medium and then convert, and that'll put them in a hard knockdown state, and then just run forward. And, well, it's actually pretty easy. But however you get them here, and once again, we're using a conversion example. I'll show you non-conversion in a second here. This is about it. Now, the timing is actually a little strict. Like, you can probably hear me smashing the buttons, right? It's only a couple frames you have to successfully get this over and over and over. Now, if you can, great. This is why I'm mashing, because I'm just not precise enough to get the timing manually. There you go, I just dropped it, right? But yeah, so you can just keep going forever and ever and ever for the most part. And that's about it. Like, there's not some grand story I have to weave to you, right? Just bop the enemy, convert, and start the infinite. Now that's conversions. You actually don't even need conversions at all. Although if you don't have conversions, you do need a little bit of spacing to make it go. Like for example here, if we're at exactly the round start position, we can just go 2 walls and then do our crouching heavy, which will double hit and leave them directly on top of us, at which point we just kind of mini dash and start the infinite. And, well, that's about the long and short of it. You can just keep going as long as your heart pleases. So that is spacing dependent, right? So if you don't want to burn, health on conversions, there's going to be a bunch of spacing dependent ones where you just basically need to perfectly get them over your head. Round start, double wall is a good example. Pretty easy one as well. Also another example here. So light in the wall, medium into wall, quick dash under. Then you'll get the double hitting hammer, run forward, then just infinite out, right? So yeah, it's pretty easy, and it's actually pretty real world practical. This is not some magical wonderland once in 1,000 game deals. You can reliably aim for this almost every single game, and I'll be the first to admit here, yeah, this is cheap as hell, and it definitely needs to be patched out. Now, one thing to note here, there is an element of character specificity to this. It actually works on the majority of the cast as far as I can tell, but it will whiff on the extra small characters. You can sometimes get the first hit, but that's about it. But still, other than the really small people, it seems to work on the majority of the cast, so yeah, it's pretty crazy. So that's the easy one. Now, we have the Grappler, and his infinite is actually quite difficult. Now, if you remember from the old beta, the Grappler's infinite was just literally just doing like Frankenstein over and over and over and over again, right? Doesn't work anymore, thankfully. That was too easy. But there is a higher skill option in its place now. Now, one of the things here about the character, and you would know this if you saw the recent Grappler combo guide, go check that out, is all of his held moves here, like they're a big deal, but there's actually a bit of a perfect timing element where you can get the whole held charge move, but get it without the full charge timing. So say like stand medium kick into full charge launcher doesn't naturally combo outside a counter hit. But if I let go just a smidge early, there we go, right? Just not quite full hold timing, just a little bit beforehand, I still get the full charge move without the full charge timing, and that is a natural combo, and that's exactly what this whole infinite's about. It is about full charge Frankensteiner, and you basically kind of getting the semi not fully held version, but still getting the good held version property. And after that, it's quite simple. So all you do is stomp, and there's going to be a lot of stomps in the Grappler combos, right? You do your stomp, and then you go for the full charge Frankensteiner, but do the partial held version, which basically makes it kind of like a one frame link, like a just frame, if you will. So for example, I'm going to do this here. So I'm going to go for the full charge, full hulled versions. And you see, I just miss. I'm not going to connect past that first one. Like, it just don't work that way. But now if I have the perfect timing for it, so basically it's going to look something like that. Now you might say, well, rooflemonger, how come you didn't just do infinite reps? Because it's friggin' hard, dude. Every one of those is a one frame link, and there's no plinking, there's no like timing, you know, it's just difficult, okay? So it's hard. If someone hits you with like a bunch of reps of that in a match, just like don't complain it's an infinite. Just accept that the guy is much better than you are, because that is so hard. Like, whereas the Crusader is very easy, that one is very difficult. Once again, it's just the back and scale held, but you have to partially hold it. It's a very specific timing. It's very wonky. It's hard to get, especially in the combo like that. So even though I do think this should also be patched out 100%, this one is definitely a much more skill-based infinite than the Crusader one. So my friends, that's just a couple infinites that are going on right now. I guess this video perhaps in time will stand more of a curiosity, as I don't expect these to stay in the game, but still, they're there for now, and now you know all about them. And other than that, well, we're at the end of the video, so thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some DnF Duel.
This is the love we make.